Hello, Canucks fans. My name is RevTrev, and welcome to Kempner Canucks. And today we are diving into the topic of the Soucy Solution. Now, really, it's a larger one. That's just the name of this video. But the conversation really is about the defenseman issues that we're having in Vancouver. And I can see and hear and feel the tension in our fan base about what is going on and how badly they want to make a change and a solution to what's happening. And I get it. I understand the frustration. I understand the losses. The ones that are massive too, the 6-0s, the 7-3s, the losing to Nashville, who is still bottom of the barrel, can't beat anyone else, but they can beat us apparently. And it's building and building and building. To pile on to all of that is also all the injuries. And to say that we're third or in the Pacific with all these injuries with this start is great. But in saying that, it also shows that our schedule, apparently we played a lot of weaker teams, but you can't pick who you play. You just got to play who's in front of you and who's on the schedule. And so there's this catch-22 kind of thing where we're in between, and then we go out and play great against the New York Rangers without Demko, without Besser, without Miller, and it's like, how did we even do that? We had Shelovs in net, who had been often letting in 5 goals a game. So it's one of those weird situations where Canucks fans are really upset, happy where we're at. And just a reminder, and we'll probably do a video on this, is U.S. Thanksgiving, if you're in the playoffs, there's a great chance you're going to make the playoffs. And so that's just around the corner. Like, we're literally just over 7 days away. And so basically Vancouver has to lose all their games coming up in order to do that. So how do we fix the defense is really the big issue that we're talking about today. But there's a bigger, there's a big key to that, and that is the Soucy solution, the Soucy problem, which needs a Soucy solution. Just a reminder, everyone, if you like Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest, hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Also, follow me on my socials, Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, and just follow me at Kempner Canucks. So that I would really appreciate it. I do all kinds of content. I have a lot of fun on this channel, and I love faithful, loyal Canucks fans, and especially those that want conversations. So those that are in the live chat right now, I'm just going to do a bit of a spiel. I'm going to ask a question. I want you to put comments, and then I'll dive into your comments right after that. So just heads up on that. Okay. So can we start at ground? Is that it's clear that we need a second pairing D-man. We need a second pairing D-man. And that is the thing. Like, if you're watching these games and you're just seeing the defensive play, there's some bad moments. And it's not Soucy, it's not Hronek, and it's not Hughes. It's the second and third line, especially that second line. And right now it's tough to trade for a second pairing D 20 games in. Just because we need one does not mean that the other teams are going to give one away without something significant in return. We have to. I put that in with a question mark. That doesn't need to be a question mark. So that's just something to remind ourselves. Okay, we got to remind ourselves of this. And we have to, I want to bring up this this graphic while I'm talking here. So those are some things that we need to think about, okay? But so how bad are Soucy and Myers? Like, really, like, and I would say probably more Soucy than Myers, and we've got them to decent sized contracts. Soucy's in the second year of his 3-year deal. Myers, we just signed for 3 years, so it's not like we're going to be moving Myers. So let's talk about how bad it is. Have you seen this graphic that's been going around, these stats? I got to move this out of the way so you can see it properly. Nashville Predators at Vancouver Canucks, and it shows this graph, and it's like individual offense, team offense above average, power play above average, and actual game score. And you just looking at these graphs, and you're saying, I don't know how to interpret this. And yes, it is kind of complicated, but as you can see at the bottom, you have Soucy and Myers way to the left, like not even close to anyone else. Not even close to the Brandstrom one, not even close to DeBrusk, Garland, JT Miller, Joshua, Pia Suter, Hoglander, okay? It's really, really bad. Like, that's just one graph showing what it's been like. You know what I mean? And if you've been watching, you've just been seeing Soucy struggle, absolutely struggle. So what's the Soucy solution, right? And there have been rumors upon rumors, and I wouldn't even say the reports. I would just say the rumors at this stage. And everyone wants to, I mean, I get it. It's clickbait. It's what interests people. They want to talk about trade rumors. They're frustrated, all that kind of stuff. We're going to dive into a defenseman comp. Okay, I want to show you at the ones that everyone thinks that we should be going after, or maybe we are going after. And the biggest one that came up today, again, was someone who had said we should trade DeBrusk for Zadorov, and then everyone kind of laughed. And then a couple days later, you've got Elliot Freeman on 32 Thoughts just spitballing his ideas. He did not say that he heard anyone say this, but Boston's not happy with Zadorov's start. And the big question I want you to answer is, should the Canucks trade for Zadorov? But before we actually answer that question, now you can answer it right now. Just go for it. Would you be okay with the DeBrusk for Zadorov? Because he's struggled. But what part of this we needed a winger to go with Pedersen? I mean, it's complicated, right? It's complicated. Should we trade? And you know me. I am the Zadorov guy. I did not want him to leave. I was willing to pay 5 times 6, no problem. Even though that would have been hard for us, I would have done it. He played so great here. I did think he would be successful in Boston. With that culture, has actually been very bad. And he's actually not worth the money right now. And so you might be surprised to say, I'm not sure. Of course, I want him back in a Canucks uniform. I do think this is a massive rumor. It's a stretch. I doubt it would actually happen, everyone. I doubt, but you know me. If it happens, I will be over the moon excited. I don't know how they'd be able to pull it off money-wise, but he's making too much money, in my opinion, for his return. And I think it'll be expensive. Maybe it's not Zadorov for DeBrusk. Maybe it's Hoglander and something else. Maybe it's Soucy. What if it was Soucy and Hoglander? Would you do that deal to get Zadorov back? That's a big question to ask. Now, I want to talk about the other ones. Marcus Pedersen, Rasmus Andersson, Michael Matheson, and of course Zadorov. So let's dive in. I made up this spreadsheet with these guys, and let's talk about it. Okay. So here's the problem. So let's just look at the basic stats. Okay, the basic stats. I need to turn this off so it's not driving you nuts around there. Okay. So Soucy's age 30, he's played 18 games. He's got no goals, 2 assists, 2 points. That's terrible. We know that he's a defensive defenseman. So really the points don't really shock me. Penalty minutes, he's only got 10, which is shocking. I thought he would have more. He's -7. That's awful. I would say awful. That's not good. The block shots is 28. As you can see on this list, it's low. The hits, 23. It's the second highest on this list. He's playing 18 and a half minutes a night. He's given away 27 giveaways in 18 games. Everyone else except for Brandstrom on this list has played more. He's one of the highest. He's on pace to be the highest on this list. If he gets to whatever, give him another game for here, there, he'll be higher than everybody. And he's 6'5", 205, 3.35. I think it's is it 3.25 or 3.35? Let me just bring that up. Puckpedia real quick. I want to make sure that's correct. I have a feeling it's off. And Soucy is 3.25 million. My apologies. I gave him my extra $100,000 for another 2 years. Okay. Then there's Zadorov. 20 games, 5 assists, 5 points. Again, not good. 46 penalty minutes. And I mean, if retaliation, two minutes for board. I don't know what those are for. By far the most penalty minutes. -1 only. Only 19 block shots, but 55 hits. That's why you pay him the big bucks, right? 19 minutes of ice time, 25 giveaways in 20 games, which is still less than Soucy. Still fine. He's the 6'6", 248-pound monster, but he's making the most on this list, 5 million times 6. Then let's go to Matheson. And this one is the one that doesn't make any sense to me. And I'll tell you why. Age 30. 19 games, got a lot of points. So that's good. That's good. I like that. Just 1 goal, 12 assists. Only 27 penalty minutes. I like that. I shouldn't say only. That's second highest on this list. -7, just like Soucy. 48 block shots, which is awesome. Only 7 hits. 24 minutes a night. That's good. That's good. 18 giveaways. That's pretty good. For the amount of time he's playing, that is really good. And then he's 6'2", basically 200 pounds. But look at his amount that he's owed. Okay, guys? 4.85 million times 2. That just seems really expensive to me. Now, it's a short term, so maybe it's good. But Matheson was the guy who leveled Petey. Leveled Petey. Remember that? So it's like, I don't really like that idea of bringing him on. Everyone seems like, oh, Matheson would be great. He'd be awesome. I don't know. Let's go to Pedersen. I spelled his name wrong. It's just like the normal Pedersen. That would mean we'd have 3 Pedersens in this franchise. He's the left-handed shot defenseman. He's from Pittsburgh. He's 28 years old. 21 games, 8 points. 19 penalty minutes, -5. Oh, by the way, Marcus Pedersen is this. Everyone says he can't make that first pass. That's exactly what you need. So you need a guy who's physical. Need a guy who's defensive. You need a guy who can make that first pass. He can't do that. So then why are we going after him or considering it? 21 hits, okay? 22 and a half minutes, 31 giveaways, which is a lot. And then 6'3", 177, and he's making just over $4 million for this season. And then the one that Canucks fans seem to really want, Rasmus Andersson, 28 years old, Calgary Flames, 19 games. Look, he's got 12 points, 5 goals, only 10 penalty minutes. His plus-minus is +2. Block shots are 62. He's only got 10 hits. He's playing almost 25 minutes a night. He's got 32 giveaways, but with the amount of ice time, that's actually decent. But he's only 6'1", 200, making 4.55 for the next 2 seasons. That one seems really tempting. How much would that cost to get him, though? And then maybe the solution is you just move Brandstrom to the second line and put Soucy on the bottom pairing, the third pairing, and then you save yourselves a ton of money. He's only 5'11", 185, but look at his numbers. In 15 games, he's got 6 points. He's only playing 14 and a half minutes. His numbers are down and good. Down in the good spots, up in the right spots, and that. So what's the solution? Maybe that's the solution. Is that the long-term solution? Saying Brandstrom's going to play there, and then you still have Soucy, and he's still playing bad. And do you sit Soucy? Is that the solution? So that felt like this graph was really important for us to look at, because as much as I want Zadorov back, I don't like that contract now. And it's 6 years, everyone. It's 6 years. It's year 1, 20 games in, and everyone's upset. Boston Bruins fans are upset. I don't know if the Boston organization's upset, but like this guy's built for the playoffs, right? So, but 5 million times 6, and if he doesn't play as good on that top, second pairing, he's not a top pairing guy, but he's second pairing, and he played great for us. Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. I'm at the stage now where I'm like, we need to find someone else, and I think the Rasmus Andersson deal is a much better deal than the Zadorov one. The problem is, how much would it cost? How much would it cost? And that's the $1 million question, everyone. Maybe multi-million dollar question. How much? So what do you think we should do with Soucy? Do you bench him? Do you put him on the third line? Let Brandstrom go up? Do you trade Soucy for Zadorov and just have that extra cap hit there? What do you think we should do? What do you think we should do? And I do think a lot of this has been taken out of proportion, everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Rumors, not reports, everyone. Rumors, not reports. Now, the only report, I believe, was that we had talked to Calgary. And I think as a GM, you're gonna call Pittsburgh, you're gonna call Boston, you're gonna call Montreal and just see how much do you want for these guys? And then a lot of the decision has to come with that. All right, so I'm going into the chat, everyone. And Marcus is here. Good to see you. Japan 4 is here. Oh, by the way, good. I'm glad that you got the power back on. And Nanaimo was just nailed with the power outage. A lot of my friends got their power back today. It's been days. It's been days, everyone. So Japan 4 is here. Angelo's here. Monty's here. Is Big Z time? Yeah, I know, right? Right? That's where we're at. What about Ryan Graves instead of Marcus Spencer? I love Ryan Graves. I've been talking about him for probably 2 years now, but I don't think they give him up. Let me just check though real quick on where he's at in it's the Devils lineup, right? Or no, it's Pittsburgh's lineup. There's no talk about him, so let's bring. I think it's Pittsburgh. Is it, or is it New Jersey? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's New Jersey. My bad. I thought it was. Who picked him up? I do not know where he is right now. Is he injured? Oh, Ryan Graves. And he's on what team? Pittsburgh Penguins. So why didn't he come up when I had him? He's not. What is going on? Is he in the press box? I do not see him. I do not see him, guys. I do not see him. So that's an interesting question. I love Ryan Graves, man. That's the guy I want. You tell me, who do you want? That's the guy I want. Okay, I'm bringing up Puckpedia. Ryan Graves is in Pittsburgh. What is happening with him? So he's a left shot defenseman, making $4.5 million. He's 6'5", 220. I love that guy. Oh, that's my dream, man. You Philip, good job. Okay. Yeah, Elliot Freeman is trolling for sure. He's just talking. Keep the corrupt Russ, trade Garland, Soucy. No way. Can't trade Garland. But I mean, that's your opinion. Go for it. I don't think we should go for Big Z. He made a decision to force him back. Wouldn't be good for chemistry. Marcus wants Zadorov back. We need Garland right now. Absolutely. The guy I would go for is Weegar. Again, is Calgary selling? Is he selling? Time to ship out Benning inherited players on the team left. Yeah. Okay. Höglander and Soucy for Zadorov. Sounds good to me, but I agree. But I doubt Boston agrees. I would agree with that. Trade Hronek for Zadorov. Oh, wow. Well, we can't do that because Hronek's a right-handed shot defenseman, so you can't do that. You're wanting a left-handed shot defenseman instead, or if you're going the right-handed route, you have to trade Soucy for a right-handed shot defenseman, and then that's how it would work. You couldn't do Hronek for Zadorov. Number one, Jake DeBrusk could offset any of these players. Yeah. One Jake DeBrusk could. Okay, sorry. Habs will probably retain on Matheson, but it will be expensive. Also talk on Weegar. Oh, there is talk on Weegar. I mean, I like him a lot. I was in that trade. I was kind of jealous that low-key jealous that Calgary got him. We didn't. Pair Pedersen and with Brandstrom. Brandstrom is wicked at the outlet pass, especially long ones. Are you talking Michael Pedersen? Or sorry. Yeah, Michael Pedersen. Is that who you're talking about? Carrier makes sense from Nashville. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Calgary won't trade. Well, why see in all the trade rumors? Like there's so many talks about him being available. I think he is available, to be honest. Friedman suggested that Boston should trade back to Vancouver with salary retained. Just saying. Yeah, no, and that's true. Hi, Coach Rob. Good to see you. Us getting Zadorov again would be crazy. Maybe we would get them to retain some of the money and put Desharnais in there. It would also suck losing a right-hander shot defenseman. It would not. Desharnais wouldn't suck, but that's why I'm saying so. The Soucy solution is that we trade Soucy in that deal, and then I don't think you have to really retain too much, to be honest. Flames probably more likely to ship Weegar than Anderson. Check his stats. Okay. Linden's here. Michael says Soucy can fill the water bottles and keep rolls of tape stocked up. Don't we ever trade? Okay, trade Grogu. Soucy third line or trade. Yeah, Major. I'm okay with that. Anderson first round pick with Gerlander and Wienlander. I think that's too much in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong on that, Andrew. Maybe you're totally right. If Boston trades Zadorov for Soucy and Desharnais and maybe a fourth, it would be okay. Carol's in the building. Good to see you, Carol. Hey, thanks for gifting someone a Kempner Canucks membership. That's great. Calvin says hi, Major. If this continues, Calgary will taking players from Canucks at the I know. What is the deal? We trade with Calgary and with Pittsburgh. That's what we do. So Provolov is he's really good. He's really good, Steven. There has been talk about him as well. Rangers, what about Keandre Miller, 6'5", 240, left-handed shot, 8, 22, 30 last year, 3.8. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. And if Soucy can go, then do it. Soucy has to go, Jarvis says, in my opinion. He's making Myers look bad, not Myers making Soucy look bad. He's been poor offensively and even more poor defensively. Myers has been tolerable. Soucy has been garbage. You know what? I know it's blunt, but you're probably not wrong. I'm not so fast to get rid of Soucy. Yeah, he might just be on a slump, everyone. He might just be on a slump, and it's a decent salary. You think that Graves is overrated? Really? I'm surprised. In my opinion, these injuries and the Miller issue is going to snowball into a losing season. Maybe. I hope you're wrong. Brandstrom can play right-handed shot. Well, he can, but he's a left-handed shot guy, right, Michael? So, and I think you want to play him with Myers and, you can't trade Hronek. Okay, unpopular opinion. I don't think Zadorov would solve our problems. I think you're probably right on that. So, this season for Boston, he hasn't been good. His contract is not ideal, especially how he's playing. I think you're right. As much as I love Zadorov. Now, listen, if the Canucks trade for Zadorov, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get his number, name and number on my jersey. I'm going to do that. Okay? So I really, I'm a huge fan. So, he would be cheaper than a Calgary option. I think Zadorov. You think Zadorov would, like, for trade wise, maybe. Zadorov is just a piece of the puzzle. That's true. Zadorov is struggling. We dodged a bullet. This might be true as well. Lindholm only has 3 goals. Another missed. I'm not saying you're wrong, Del. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just love watching Zadorov. I loved it that he played for us. So I was happy that Lindholm went because I didn't want to give him that much money. I don't think he's that great, personally. I think he's very good on the faceoffs. I don't think he's offensive enough to be giving him that kind of money, but Boston disagreed, and we'll see what happens. Steven says, Soucy is our only D-man that's playing more 5 versus 5 minutes per game than last season, other than Hughes. That could be why he's struggling. He's playing second pair minutes. Never done that before. Oh, my wife just texted me. I should just give her. Sounds good. Okay. No way we should trade Connor. He's the hardest working player on the ice. I agree. It's not Zadorov. It's Zadorov that is not a solution to every problem unless he makes all the other D better. I do like his intimidation factor. I do like his hitting. I do like how he played in the playoffs. I am concerned that that's 6 years. I mean, the Canucks offered him 4.6 times 4. That's where they were okay with it. I don't know what the Canucks would be okay with a 6-year deal. I think Weegar is a good fit for us, but he's a bit older, and so he should be cheaper than Anderson. Either one would be a huge difference. Would make a huge difference. Yeah. How about that Woodsy? Hey, Kemp. Yeah. So Sherwood's been amazing. And I hope he keeps it up. Savi says the Rangers would never trade Keandre Miller. He's one of their best young defensemen playing top pairing minutes with Fox. Is that true? Because I keep hearing his name in rumors. So why is that the case? Is it just that it's got rumors, or is it that, yeah, he is playing with Fox, so that doesn't make any sense. What does the Fox say? Anyways, Calgary's a better team than us. They aren't going to give up anything. I don't think Calgary is a better team than us. They're not in the standings, are they? Let's just look at that real quick, bro. In the standings, I think they have more games than us too. So let's go to division. And they are ahead of us. They have played 20 games. We've played 19. They are up by 4 points. So, yes, the Calgary Flames are better than the Vancouver. Are you kidding me? 54 goals they've scored. We've scored 57. They've allowed 54 in. We've let 59 in. We're 1-1 against Calgary. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to say they are better in the standings. Us versus Calgary, head-to-head, I'm taking Vancouver. But your point's valid. I don't think they're going to give up anything. I think Soucy would do much better with one of those guys, too. Myers on the third pair is ideal. Soucy's been the worst defenseman for us. Him and Desharnais are, you know what I mean? Like, that's what we're talking about here. It's not – Myers actually hasn't been as bad. He's more offensive. I don't know. Brandstrom is a happy surprise. You're right. Don't trade him. We're not going to trade him. We traded for him. What a great move. Major says if Canucks acquire Zadorov, you'll have to get the Miller jersey later. No, I'm going to get them both. I'm getting them both. That's what I'm going to do, Major. That's what I'm going to do. Dell, they should, to be honest, need room for – yeah. They need centers badly. You like whose personality? Oh, is it Zadorov's? Oh, yeah, 100%. The lines would be interesting for sure. If the Canucks can get Zadorov with retention, that would be like OEL post-buyout. OEL wasn't worth 8.25, but he's worth around $3 million. Well, the Canucks think he's worth about 4.6. So, Michael, I appreciate your comment for sure, but they would have a higher value of that. We'd have to move either Myers or Soucy to free up cap space, but they both have no trade clauses. So I think we're stuck with what we have. No, you know, if you said to Soucy, you're going to Boston, I don't think he would be upset with that. I don't think so at all. Should try DP, see what he's all about. I agree. I like that idea a lot. So we were cured cap, so we're fine money-wise. Yep, we are fine money-wise. Callum's in the building. Good to see you, man. If we are trading for a second pair D, let's get a real one. Zadorov isn't a second pairing D defender. Bite your tongue, don't you? He's not good enough. P.S. How badly are we missing Ian Cole this season for real? I mean, we're not missing that he scored on us, but he has been solid for sure. Calgary just beat New York tonight. Man alive. It keeps getting worse. Like, they're better than I thought. Cannot stand that. Did you see Leckermacky got sent down the HL today? Yep. And Max Sasson got called up. That's cool. Zadorov could be traded in 3 or 4 years from Vancouver if necessary. Cap will be a bigger than, yeah. I don't know. Forgot to give a shout out to Grogu. You're the best. Okay. Ian Cole's making 3.1. He's good to have around, but not that good. Aren't worse this year. Can't get worse this year, in my opinion. Just injured and struggling. That's a good comment. That's good. For now, let's relax. Miller, Besser, Demko out. 3 of our best 5 out of 5 players. It's hard to consistently win hockey games with that. It's true. And maybe that's the only answer, is that we just have to wait and see. It's interesting how people are missing Cole now. Time for Trev to bust out his Calgary bad mojo dance again. Did I do that before? Calgary is surprising. I know. They have shocked the NHL. They have shocked their fan base. Jarvis, we still need a top 4 defenseman, though. I think we make a blockbuster when they return. Jack, you're right, but I don't think it's Zadorov, everyone. Trade Hronek to Calgary for a first rounder and a serviceable forward. Yeah, I don't know if I like that idea. I mean, I think Hronek's getting paid too much money personally, but who's going to play there? Myers going to play top minutes? That would be terrible. That would be terrible. There's no solution there. So then you'd have Desharnais playing, Juleson playing, and Myers. That's your right-handed shot defenseman, Dell. If you do that deal right there, that's what you're talking about. So you get a serviceable forward back and a first rounder, which is awesome. But Hronek, I don't think you do that. No, I can't. No. Okay, he's right there, everyone. All right, he's there. Last year we had almost no injuries until the playoffs, and then we had a lot. Yeah, I know. I figured out I deciphered. I had the gift of interpretation there. Demko's back on Friday. I don't know. I don't think so. The way he interviewed, it sounds like he doesn't know. I think he's going to be out until January, guys. Like, I'm serious on that one. Don't forget, Big Z played on a different Canucks team last year. True. It is Big Z in Vancouver. It's not Big Z in Boston. By the way, Demko and Besser are on the trip. Should be both back soon. I feel like, for me, Besser's going to be back before Demko is. I don't know why. Just the way he answered those questions, I don't think he's going to be back soon. But maybe I'm wrong. Sevi says, what playoff team in the West do Canucks beat? We lose to the Jets, Oilers, Wild, Golden Knights, Avalanche, and Stars. We're so mid. You know what? You might be right. We might be mid. But right now, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay? We'll see what happens. So so now in the Pacific, we're 5th, but we have 3 games in hand on Edmonton, 2 games on hand on the Flames and the Kings and the Vegas Golden Knights. So you would play Edmonton, LA, Calgary first round. That's what you would do, I think. Or no, wait a minute. If on that, we would play. Yeah, it was scary. It'd be scary. The Jets, that'd be hard. At this point, it'd be best to split Myers and Soucy. I agree. Myers pair with Brandstrom and then Soucy with either Desharnais or Juleson. I like that idea. Might as well try it. I agree. Actually, Elfrun, I like that a lot. Jorg says Hronek is a keeper. I think he is too. Shannon, I mean, you and I, we love Zadorov, so wouldn't that be awesome? Canucks have so many distressed assets right now with less than optimal trade value. Michael, you're right. You nailed that. Let the ship settle a bit, then polish up the trading block. I agree. Andrew says Juleson, Myers, Sauce, -17 total. Right? Flames have 4 right-handed shot D in their lineup and multi-prospects there too. They need to trade one of Anderson or Uyghur or they'll stunt their prospects. Maybe as well do it soon to gain full value. That's a great point. That's a great point. Juleson has the excuse of inexperience. Does he? He's played a long time in the NHL. He hasn't played a ton of games, but he played a lot for us last year. Right now, Calgary's making the playoffs. Canucks back to a full staff at half point of the season. Let's go for the playoffs all the way. Prayed by Bruce Avenue. No worries. Let's go. Nikki, we just talked about DeBrusk for Zadorov. I don't actually like that trade at all. DeBrusk, I think Boston wants that to happen. They miss DeBrusk a lot. They don't like Zadorov. Who would play with Pettersson then? So what's Philly sold at the deadline when they were, yeah, it's true. Why haven't we traded Petey? Because he's turned it around, Kurt. That's why. Any Miller updates? No, there hasn't been any, Ryan. So good to have everyone here. The team is going to be so well rested going in the second half of the season. And then Woodsy's peanut butter to his jam. Yeah. Sherwood's pretty good. Pretty good addition for Pettersson. But I think that DeBrusk Pettersson Sherwood line is looking pretty good right now. So, hey, $10 donation. Thank you so much. I would enjoy seeing Vancouver eliminate the Flames in the playoffs. Also, Oilers miss the playoffs. I would love that too. I would love that. Major Teo, you nailed it. Like that. How happy would we be as a fan base? So, Shannon's not going to worry yet with the Canucks as Miller, Besser, and Demko are out, but the last game we played, I saw more improvements. I mean, they shocked the world. I think it's the trio too. I agree, Kemp. Yeah, that's a good Sherwood, DeBrusk, Pettersson. Yeah, we just talked about that, Jack, that the Oilers lost. Oh, no, we said that the Rangers lost to Calgary, so Edmonton loses. Okay, let's go there. Let's see what happens tonight. Edmonton lost again. Rangers. Edmonton lost to Minnesota. Okay. I think Minnesota's really good this year. So Vegas barely beats the Sens. Boston gets a 1-0 shutout. Who got the goal for Boston? Let's see. Lindholm with the game winner, everyone's like poo-pooing on him, and he scored the game winner. New Jersey beats Carolina. That's a big game. Colorado beat Washington. Columbus beat Tampa Bay 7-6. Say what? I haven't even watched any of these highlights yet tonight. I got to go upstairs and watch highlights. And Chicago beat Florida? What happened tonight? I was so busy getting ready for the stream. This is insane. Oh, my goodness. Kurt, Pedersen is trash. Trading for Zadorov. I don't like that idea. Dawson, Ryan Dawson, you're right. Sherwood will be fire in the playoffs. We got to make it there. Last season, under Bruce Jets was our main prospect traded for Elias Lindholm. This season, which prospect non-roster you think might include it? I don't hope any of those guys, but someone Vilander to be part of that deal. Being a Woodsy fan, Sherwood fan since we played them in Nashville last year. Yep, his style is amazing. Big tacos in the building. The knock on DeBrusk is he's never been a consistent regular season player. We got him for the playoffs. Now we're going to trade for him. This fan base. I know, dude. I was shocked to see. I was absolutely shocked to see. Now some of you are here late, so I'm gonna bring this back up. Okay, I'm gonna bring this back up. Okay, so just a heads up. On the chair. Okay. So these are the comps that I was talking about tonight. Okay. So Jack says, by the way, also getting one of the Calgary guys screws over the Oilers. They are getting Anderson. I think they are getting Anderson, but have no picks or prospects. Imagine we scoop them from the Oilers. That would be amazing. Michael says, if the Canucks can make the playoffs, they could be surprising wave after wave of hard hitters like Sherwood, Ratu, Joshua, Höglander. Yeah. And notice you never mentioned any D. Imagine if we got Zadorov back. That'd be awesome for that. Something is here and says, playoff teams are Knights, Oil, Kings, and the Pacific. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of hockey to be played, but you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. How about the Leafs beat the Golden Knights 3-0? I know. Shocking. All right. Okay, people, I got to head out. My wife will be home any minute, so I'm going to head out and hang out with her. But thanks, everyone, for coming by. Wanted to talk about the Soucy Solution. A lot of people think the Soucy Solution is to trade him. Some believe that he needs to go down onto the third pairing. Some believe that he needs to be on the press box for a little bit. But so what is the Soucy Solution? What's the defensive solutions? Well, to be determined. Stay tuned because we're going to find out. So Shannon, just quickly, it's left-handed shot, left-handed defenseman, right-handed defenseman. So they shoot left or shoot right. So that's what it is. That's what it means. Okay. Have a great night, everyone. And we're going to be cheering on this team no matter what. And I'll be doing the live stream after the game this weekend. Looking forward to the games this week are really fun. We play Boston this week coming up. So this next week. So who do we play? Actually, who do we play here? Again, / Canucks. Let's go there. I thought I was shutting down the stream, but apparently not. So we play. Let's bring it up. So Ottawa on Saturday, and then not until Tuesday we play Boston at 4. Then we play the Pittsburgh Penguins. Look at this is going to be great. So we get to see Zadorov, we get to see Marcus Pettersson, and then we play Boston to end out the month. So yeah, exciting, everyone. And Christmas is around the corner. So have a great night, everyone. And of course, always go Canucks, go.